Gwendol was pretty tough. If only he'd been on our side, he would have been a great ally.
Tja.
But it was Lord Gwendol himself who made the decision to throw his lot in with the Empire alongside his
Die
lineage.
Dialoge in dem Spiel sind echt einzigartig.
I will neither pity him nor mourn for him. It would be an insult to his
Ja
honor.
gut, ich breche die Sätze halt ab.
To follow the path of justice as long as life endures. That is the duty of a knight of Farkas.
Hey. Trinken. Hey du.
Lady Rhea must be so scared. We gotta find her quick as we can.
Sie kann sich in einen riesigen Drachen verwandeln. Ich glaube nicht, dass sie Angst hat.
We got reinforcements from the kingdom people now, right? Then we ought to be able to go save her.
Nichts für dich, Scham. Jetzt da runter. Nach links. Nochmal links, die kam gerade aus der Wand. Das ist ein Geist. Ein Geist. Hä?
Next, we face the Great Bridge of Murden. We actually crossed it a long time ago.
Haben wir das?
Do you remember? It was 5 whole years ago.
Haben wir das? In der Schlacht der Adler und Löwen? Die nach Remmeier gezogen sind? Oh. Adler- und Löwenschlacht?
It seems like so long ago, doesn't
Ah!
it? It's odd how fast time flies. Everyone was still friends then. After the fighting, we all ate together without splitting into our separate houses. I often wish we could go back to those peaceful days.
Das wäre schön.
A lost, 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 a lost. Oh, that! A lost,
Motivation.
a lost, a lost.
Hi du.
So, the renowned shield of Farkas is now on our side. That is quite reassuring.
Die wollten deine Sachen nicht. Nee, irgendwie. Was ich schenke sie denen sogar an. Hier, das will ich nicht.
But he has also brought us much needed supplies. We cannot grow complacent, however. We must take the imperial capital as soon as possible. I'm sorry. 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 I'm sorry.
Mikro, Naira, was? Ist eine schöne Wand, oder?
Really?
Ich glaube, sie versucht wieder hinauszugehen. Durch die Wand. So, diesmal laufe ich aber richtig. Ha! Danke.
Right, right.
Böse Typ. Hi.
Professor, we were raised by Lord Rodrigue himself to be the elite of the elite.
Mhm.
Even if our enemy is the Empire's vast army, we can overcome the difference in numbers. The one thing that could prove to be a problem is if our food and supplies don't hold up.
Bestimmt.
If we attack the Imperial capital before the Kingdom capital, we'll have to be swift if we want to prevail.
Hey Ingrid.
Just like House Fraldarius, House Galatea is currently being invaded by the dukedom. My family is not as wealthy as most others, so we are incapable of sparing resources or reinforcements. I'm sorry. It's just so frustrating not being able to do anything to help. No. Yes. No.
Ich glaube, ich habe zwar nichts mehr für sie, aber ich gehe mal nochmal
No.
Geräusche durch.
No. 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 No.
No, 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 no. Doch, nimm es.
Hello there.
So viel Schluck auf schreit fast nach Überstunden. Entschuldigung. Heute ist echt schlimm.
Right, right.
Professor.
Ja, bitte. Das ist Akkord. Ja, Akkordarbeit. Geil. Klar habe ich Zeit.
I was trying to catch you off guard, but you managed to block it.
Was?
Not too shabby, Professor.
Was? Das war voll gefährlich.
Oh, come on. Look at the blade I threw. It's just a wooden training sword.
Hä? Das hätte mich am Kopf treffen können.
At worst, you could have gotten a bruise or perhaps a splinter. Let's agree it was funny and move on.
Ich hätte sterben können. Aber es hat wehgetan. Aua.
Aw, poor thing. Aren't you used to getting hurt? You've been in your fair share of battles.
Ja, aber ich lasse mich doch nicht verletzen.
Besides, I knew you'd dodge in time. I told you before that I was going to observe you. Since then, I've been watching you. I know what you're capable of.
Stalker.
I took steps to make myself invisible, so I could observe you without being detected. I hardly let you out of my sight.
Ich glaube, die mag dich.
After extensive research, I've concluded that you really are first-rate. Your sword skills are impeccable, you're a gifted educator, you clearly love working with the students. Someone with all of your exceptional qualities should not exist, but here you are. At first, I thought Gerald was the reason for Lady Rhea's interest in you. But no, Lady Rhea knew exactly what she was doing when she singled you out. Unfortunately, I can't hope to emulate you, let alone wield the sword of the Creator. So my plan of imitating you for Lady Rhea's attention has come to nothing.
Also wirst du aufhören, mich zu beobachten?
I didn't say that.
Ah.
When we rescue Lady Rhea, I'll provide her a full report of your activities. Hopefully, then I'll be in her good graces. Oh, and don't think you can avoid being watched. I won't let you out of my sight.
Okay. Das könnte man mal machen.
Why, Lenato? Oh, hey, Felix.
Ich bin mal ein bisschen weg.
I suppose your thoughts are still with Lord Lenato.
I'm fine. I'm just frustrated by how little I was able to do. I know he was trying to protect me, but Lenato never really told me anything. In the end, I don't think I understood his feelings at all. said it yourself. Be more moderate in your passions. To me, he always seemed like a knight out of a story. And I was so caught up in my ideals, I turned a blind eye to his sadness, his hatred, even when they were right in front of me. I guess I'm pretty far from real knighthood, huh?
Perhaps. Yet knowing someone well does not mean you know how they feel. Whether family or friend. To know someone's sorrow and turn blindly from it, that is the act of a fool. But pursuing your ideals is not foolish.
But before, you said...
I said to be moderate in your passions, not to abandon your ideals. It's okay to be who you are.
Thank you. Hearing you say that means a lot.
Ah, I almost forgot. You lent me this.
Oh, the book I lent you. I'm guessing you hated it?
Actually, I already knew the story. My brother used to read it to me all the time.
You must have dug up some old feelings, then.
I suppose.
That's just what I'd expect the knight in the story to say. It's not just the way you talk either. It's who you are as a person, deep down.
Well, I think you're like the squire in the book. He's only half a knight, but he's bold and gregarious. And he always does his best. Don't stop being that half-knight, okay?
You got it. I'll become the kind of knight only I can be.
Dimitri scheint derzeit nicht in der richtigen Verfassung dafür zu sein. Was? Buh.
Sylvain?
The other day? What are you talking about, Felix? Is this a trap?
It's a
You
trap.
know, when I called you insatiable.
It's a trap.
Oh, that? Can't say it didn't hurt, but you have nothing to apologize for. I mean, you've said worse, Felix. Considerably worse. Come on, we've known each other since we were kids. We're not gonna let your constant verbal abuse get in the way of our friendship, are we?
No, I suppose not.
Whenever I started doing something dumb, you'd yell at me about it.
And whenever you dragged me into something, Ingrid would find out and start lecturing us.
All these years and not much has changed, has it? But you're different, Felix. You used to be so, I don't know, carefree when we were young. Now you're the exact opposite.
Well, you're not any different. Good for nothing then, good for nothing now.
Again with the abuse. This from the guy who's always been by that good-for-nothing side. So, did you come to apologize or to insult me?
I was on my way to train and I saw you. That's all.
You're off to train again? Now who's insatiable?
Better than sitting idle like you.
A little idleness would do you some good, pal. Come on, let me buy you something to eat.
No.
You have to choose, Felix. Our friendship or your training.
My training. Goodbye for now.
Definitiv eine Strap.
What did... Is he... Wait, Felix, I'll come train too. Wait up.
Here you are.
Oh, were you looking for me, Felix?
You were injured in the last battle. Are you okay?
I'm fine now. Thank you for your concern.
You really are troublesome.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to get in your way out there. I just couldn't help but worry. I was only trying to keep an eye on you.
What are you even doing on the battlefield? You endangered yourself and got hurt. Such a stupid thing to do.
Yes, of course, you're right. I have no excuses.
If you intend to carry on being such a fool, you'd best stay near me.
No.
Are you sure? I'd hate to get in your way again.
You can,
Hmm?
you can keep thinking of me as your little brother. And that'd be better than going through this again.
But I thought you didn't like that. Didn't you say you were fed up with it?
I am fed up with it. I've already spent years filling in for someone who's dead. My older brother inspired love and respect. He was a great knight. He died. Since his death, his memory has followed me around like a shadow.
Oh, I didn't know you had a brother too.
I don't let my personal feelings distract me on the battlefield. Still, do I really remind you of him?
Well, you don't look like him, but something about you feels so familiar. It just makes me want to protect you. That's not to say that you're incapable or unreliable or anything like that. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're the one who just came to check on me.
You need to pay attention to your surroundings. You're reckless. Lives are at stake, including mine when I have to run over and save your skin.
Yes, I'll try to be more careful. Thank you for being so kind, Felix.
Ups.
Whatever.
Club möchte auch arbeiten. Ja, dann lass ihn doch.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, hello. Have you been there long? I was absorbed in this book.
Another silly legend?
First of all, they're not silly. And second of all, no. It's an essay that speaks to uncommon and challenging battle scenarios. I've been researching such things since you proposed your unique strategy. Listen to this. Your commander gives orders that put your hometown in extreme danger. Do you carry out the orders or protect your hometown?
What nonsense. I was talking about real-world tactics, not some dumb ethical question.
Whatever your personal feelings on the matter, I see similarities between such tactics and these dumb ethical questions. I haven't read beyond this one, but I think the obvious answer is to follow your commander. The duty and pride of being a knight demand that you follow orders, regardless of your own feelings. But if I were put in such a position, I don't know how I'd fare. In fact, were someone to carry out those orders, I know that I'd attempt to stop them.
Stop bothering with all this. You're not meant to be a knight. Go find a husband.
Hau ihm eine rein.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
I know you hate the ideals of chivalry and pride. So much so, you prefer to escape your duty as your family's heir. You have no right to criticize me for my ideals.
Perhaps not. At least I know not to heedlessly obey orders. I know not to romanticize blind obedience. My brother taught me to think for myself.
Don't you dare bring Glenn into this.
You're right. Forget it. May I help you, Sereth?
Finally noticed me, I see. Good to see that you are so dedicated to your training.
Do you have need of my sword?
No, this is not a military matter. I would like to discuss the distance you seem to be keeping from the others.
Distance? I don't follow.
I have noticed that you like to keep others at arm's length, and in most cases, quite a bit further.
Keeping a close eye on me. They don't share my values, that's all.
Is that why you train alone? Because your friends do not share your values?
You seem displeased. I suppose you're going to tell me, to defeat your enemies, you must have dependable allies.
That's not exactly how I would phrase it, but having good relationships with your allies is essential in combat. I am sure you realize that it is easier to bond with people when you interact with them more. There are limits to what one person can do alone. Great things cannot be achieved without allies.
You sound like my father. You're saying it's in my own interest to make friends?
To put it simply, yes. As much as you possibly can. To be honest, I envy you. Because I know what it is like to not have many people to call friends.
I wouldn't have guessed that. There are so many devout believers.
I am talking about friends. People to speak with on equal terms. You have many friends here. You should take care to attend to them.
I'll consider your advice, but I'm not usually one to change my mind.
To be young.
Hey, Felix ist gleich durch.
Spectacular work, Felix!
Why are you here? You're interrupting.
Oh, my apologies. I simply thought you were doing a great job. Just how sharp is that blade of yours, Felix? Do you imagine you might be able to cut something cleanly with it?
Probably.
Ah, wonderful. I have a special request for you then.
Achtung. Er soll bestimmt ihren Kuchen schneiden.
You want me to cut this firewood?
I do.
Oh.
I shall toss them one by one to you, and you shall make a sweeping blow to slice them.
Sounds like a chore.
I saw a knight do it once, so surely you can as well. Or perhaps you are worried that you are not capable.
What? I am more than capable.
Right. Show me what you are made of. Here it comes.
Doing them one by one is tedious. Just throw them all at once.
All of them? If you insist. Here we go! Wow, you truly are spectacular!
I know.
Wow.
You are undoubtedly the most revered woodcutter in all the land. Now I am intrigued. Next time, let us try an even larger woodpile.
Why did I agree to this?
Aha.